Hey guys, I'm Jack.
And I'm Marcella.
And we just got back from the movies. We just saw Black Panther. And it was really cool. We really enjoyed it.
Yeah, it was a really good movie. So, non-spoilery, what can we tell you
I feel like we can't really tell you much because we didn't know much going into the movie.
Yeah,
and I do feel like that's the best
there's not
part
much you can really tell.
That's the best way to go in.
Yeah,
is not
I will
knowing.
say, I do like the way that they did, like, the origin, I guess. They didn't do it in, like, a traditional way. I like how it wasn't like dragged out, like like him becoming Black Panther, like in that way. It wasn't dragged out. So I did like that. There's really great action sequences, like so visually stunning, this movie, and the locations are really, really beautiful. Yeah.
And I thought the plot was very fast-paced. We definitely enjoyed the second half of the movie a lot better than the first half.
Well, I think the plot picked up towards the second half, too.
We did have some issues with, we thought the pacing was a little bit, like, not consistent. We wanted to be, like, blown away, like we were the second half of the movie, most of the movie. And we were really, felt like that more the second half of it. Yeah. Into that level of excitement, you know? Like, I felt like the pacing was very kind of, like, up and down. It wasn't like steady. We did really enjoy it, but I do think that it's a little bit like overhyped. Like,
yeah, I feel like we saw a lot, well, not a lot, but we did see the overall reaction from like people on the internet and what it got rating wise, and I was kind of like not disappointed because I did enjoy it, but it was just, I felt like it was a little overhyped, and I was a little underwhelming.
Just a little bit though. Like, I just felt like we went into the theater with higher expectations, maybe, but we did really, really enjoy the movie. Like, don't get us wrong.
It didn't blow me away though.
Exactly.
It didn't blow me away. It just kind of, it was a good movie. It was good. And I enjoyed it.
We weren't blown away the entire movie, which is what we said was,
which was mainly back to the pacing, which was our main concern. I mean, that was really the only big concern that we had, I think. I
would definitely give it a B+ and a B, somewhere in that area. Like,
I wouldn't go towards a B-, but yeah, I would say B, honestly.
Yeah, I really think it was more of a B movie for me. And we obviously really enjoyed it, but there were certain little things here and there that we felt were a little off.
Yeah.
But
we do recommend that you see it for yourself though, and now we're gonna start talking about some spoilers.
Yes! Mentioned to you as we left the theater, I was like, I wish we got to see him as the Black Panther more, because I loved those scenes so much. Those were my favorite scenes in the movie, and I just wanted more of that.
It was more of him being like a king.
Yes.
And not so much, it wasn't like that kind of like vigilante type. It was, again, it was just different because it wasn't like that. It was more, he was a leader and he had to rule all these people, so it was like a different kind of movie.
I felt like we got to see him mostly as a king, and that's important for his character for sure, and that makes you obviously care about him more and all that, but I would have liked to see more scenes of him fighting with the suit, because I thought the suit was so cool.
Yeah, those scenes were the best.
And those scenes were my favorite, and I just wanted more of those. I thought his suit was very like technology based too, like it was just really futuristic in that way, and I'm excited to see it more in Infinity Wars, which I think we definitely will, so that's what I'm looking forward to. We also, some of the filming I thought was,
there was a couple points, I don't know if it was just because we were sitting too close to the screen, but there was a couple points where I felt dizzy watching it, and I don't know why. Because never happened to me watching like an action movie. Like, never happened watching a Marvel movie before. I don't even remember what it was. It was really just showing the scenery where like the camera would kind of like go in like weird, like it would like spin like really fast. I don't even know. It was just, I was getting dizzy. I don't know what was going on.
Well, I got dizzy at one point in the movie. The camera,
it only happened like twice, but it was still weird.
The camera at one point turns completely upside down, and I get it, it's to really show that the characters' worlds are upside down, but like visually, like as an audience, just watching that, I was like, whoa, it literally goes like up around.
Again, we were sitting pretty close to the screen because our theater was packed.
Yeah, so it might have been that.
Maybe it was that because it's never happened before, but it was just worth mentioning because I have no idea what that was about.
It was just something we felt we were watching. We felt dizzy at some point, which was really weird. Right away in the beginning of the movie, it was set up a lot like like Thor Ragnarok. Like, I don't know, it reminded me of like a Thor movie, the way that the mythology was shown.
The voiceover.
Like, the voiceover with the graphics. Like, obviously it's completely different, but I just thought the way that they approached it was similar to that, and that's what it kind of like reminded me of. And that's when we kind of enter this world and we realize that this is not your typical superhero.
It gives you like a little backstory.
Yeah. I thought it was really interesting though. Like,
I thought the world in general was really, really cool. I think that the technology was,
oh my god,
so awesome. They
would like FaceTime like on their hand. Like, they were like the screen,
and they had the trains. It looked very futuristic, and
they like the simulations. It looked like they were like controlled.
And his sister was like really in with like doing all the technological stuff, and but I really enjoyed that aspect with the technology. Yeah,
but I love how like the technology was so modernized, but they still were strong with
they were ahead of their time.
They were ahead of their times, exactly. I think that they did a really good job of finding the balance between that modernized future ahead of its time technology, but also keeping root to their heritage and what they believed in.
That's a good point.
I thought that balance was done so well, and I really enjoyed the political aspect of this one. I think that this one was very it was very different from your normal Marvel superhero movie. I felt like this one had a lot more heritage involved, and we really enjoyed that. We really enjoyed getting to see that.
It was different in that way.
It was different.
It was more of a serious tone, not so much of like a humor undertone type thing, but it didn't need it. This movie didn't need all like the humorous lines.
It did have lines here and there.
Oh yeah, but
like the writing was good.
It wasn't like how when you see like Thor like a Marvel movie like that, where it's like just humor, like overflowed. But
this didn't need it. I felt like the way with what was going on, it was very serious, and but it was
very interesting too. Yeah, in that way. It was very interesting.
I thought that the plot was very like fast paced the second half. Like in the first half, it was like, okay, so we're here and we have this guy and he's taking things from the museum and we're gonna find him and we're gonna catch him and bring it back to their country. Like, I thought it was gonna be something like that. But then the whole thing just flipped over, and it was so awesome, and it was probably one of my favorite scenes in the movie. I thought that challenge scene was fantastic, and you find out that's his cousin that he's going up against, and the whole backstory with the betrayal from his father and then his uncle, and it was just really heartbreaking, honestly, and it added a lot of depth to our villain.
T'Challa's father didn't take this kid in when he should have, and I like that scene also when he tells him that. He's like,
you were wrong.
Yeah, he's like, this was wrong, you should have did that, and he was like, well, I chose my people, and he's like, I don't care. That was still wrong. You don't do that. Yeah. And yeah, I really like that scene because you do feel bad for him, even though like, you know, he killed so many people and what he was doing was wrong. He just had like a really bad like hand he was dealt. Like he wasn't accepted by his people really. He just didn't belong.
We don't want to go too much into talking about the end scene, which we absolutely loved, but let's talk a little bit more about the beginning scene. I really loved getting to know Michonne from Walking Dead. Okoye, I think is her name. Yeah. Sorry for pronouncing that wrong.
Yeah, I really enjoyed Michonne's character, and I also liked Nakia.
Yeah, the ex-girlfriend, yeah.
Yeah, I really think that her character, she was really badass.
She was.
She like took matters into her own hands.
At the end.
I love that.
Yeah, at the end, she goes to Okoye. She goes to Michonne's character, and she's like, we have to fix this. This is not right. We have to overthrow him. And she's like, we can't do that because this is going to be our king now. We have to stay loyal to our country wherever our country's heading. And she's like, no, we're not doing this. The loyalty that she had, and when she goes off with the mother, I love that. Back to the beginning of the movie. When he first becomes Black Panther, and this whole ceremony scene I thought was so cool to see. It was really like...
Oh, I loved how it was on the waterfalls in the background, and they were all like... just kind of like lined up on the water, on like the rocks.
Yeah, it was so
set up really cool. Yeah,
just visually awesome to see, honestly. And even the costumes and the makeup, it was just really, I really love the way they did that. And
the music was really powerful during that scene too. It went really well with like the tone of like the challenge and all that.
Yeah, the music was intense during that scene. It was just really cool, and
they were all chanting.
Yeah, with the costumes, the makeup, and the music, it just really brought this unique feel to the movie, and I really appreciated seeing that. And it gave a lot more depth to him as a character, because he's not your typical superhero, you know, like
exactly.
He's different, and I really love that he's different, and it's something unique for us to go say. There's this scene though when they were fighting on the waterfall, and it showed him like he was challenging like the other guy, and there's this shot where it like looks and you just see like the waterfall.
Oh yeah.
Now looking back, that totally foreshadowed that somebody was gonna get thrown off the waterfall, but I
thought that in the back of my head. I'm like, someone's going overboard. Who's it gonna be?
It was really cool though to say, because it was a different atmosphere. And we go into the casino scene, and this is the first time that we actually get to see him eventually be the Black Panther, which was one of like, I think that was, besides the ending, I think that was my favorite scene of the movie, like the whole car chasing scene and the casino fight scene. I love that entire
two scenes
sequence.
were one of my favorites.
Yeah,
but I like how in the casino scene we get to see Michonne's character fight like really cool. And it's funny though because she's kind of she's fighting like she fights in The Walking Dead because the weapon was similar.
We got Stanley's cameo that he always does.
I love seeing that.
We're always, whenever we go see a Marvel movie, we're always wondering like where are they gonna put him in, and I love that they put him in at the casino. I thought that was so cool.
Yeah.
And then just love the whole car scene. Like that was amazing. I loved how he was on top of the car, and you got such awesome shots of his suit and just the way that he was fighting with it. I just thought it was so cool, and we were just like gawking at in the theater.
I love when the car blows up of it. I like the end of that scene when the car blows up. The end of that scene when Okoye like the car blows up and she goes like flying into the air and she has like her weapon and she literally just like it was really cool that part.
Slow-mo of that scene and even the music in the background, it was just so awesome. And I love the way that was done. I love the way that was filmed.
Really badass.
It was so badass. And they cut off that guy's robot hand, and he goes and then he pins him by the car, and then there's like this whole thing of like, oh my gosh, everybody's seeing this right now. We can't kill him.
I love how everybody had their phones out. It's so realistic because that's exactly what people do when things like that happen.
Exactly. Yeah. You know, after that we really get to see the whole backstory more with our real villain Eric, and again we really love that. And it was obvious once they really talked about like this child and like the uncle, once they started talking about it and they showed the flashback, it was kind of obvious that that was gonna be him. We're like, oh my god, that's gonna be his cousin, that's gonna be his cousin.
Well, I feel like they used the like dramatic irony in that
exactly
kind of sense. Like because we kind of knew but nobody else knew, but
that was definitely like the dramatic irony. But it was so intense when he comes and he challenges him, and this is such a different sequence of events that we get to see in the beginning of the movie. Like it parallels it in a contrasting way, and we got to see him lose and him get taken down, and he's getting beat up, and it's hard to watch as an audience. You're just like, oh my god, what is happening? Because
you're rooting for him, and everybody's watching too.
Yes, it's in front of
you literally feel what everybody's feeling. You feel that anxiety of like if he loses, they're left with this really bad ruler, this bad guy who doesn't want what's best for their world.
Yeah, exactly. To see him fall over the waterfall was just heartbreaking to watch. It was just like we were like, what just happened?
Yeah, but we were talking in the car that we were happy that they didn't do like a let's bring him back to life type scenario, because we're like, wow, like how is this gonna happen now?
No, well, because when they started going off and they were like, okay, we're gonna go find him, and we're like, he just fell off a waterfall. Like,
he fell off a cliff.
Like, how are we gonna make him come back to life? Like, I'm really happy that
technology they were gonna try to do something like that, and it's kind of that would have been no. It would have been like, why didn't you do that like all these years with just to like keep people, like if you have the power to bring people back from life, I feel like, I don't know, that kind of like messes with stuff. Exactly.
So I like that they kept it more that he was in a coma, and that was more realistic, and then they were able to save him. Yeah. I really liked where they went. Like, I thought the guy that was like in charge, he was really funny. He had really great lines. Like, he was like, he said to the guy, he's like, oh, I'll feed you to our children, and then he was like, just kidding, they're vegetarian. Yeah. I thought those lines were just really like thrown in there, but they were funny. I love this shot when he comes back as the Black Panther.
Oh, yes, it's like the fire in the background. One of my favorite parts during that whole fight scene was when Eric has his sister, and he's about to kill her, and then he comes swooping in and saves her.
I love that
really
scene.
Like that part.
I thought it was like a little strange, though, kind of out of character in some ways, when W'Kabi, who is so loyal to his country, when he sees that his previous king is alive.
Yeah, but I thought it was like, he's not loyal. He is loyal to his country, though.
But he's loyal in more of a modernized way. Like, he wanted the change that Eric was gonna bring, I guess.
Well, not even that. I think that he was just so loyal and just so by the rules that was his king. So even if he didn't fully believe him, he was just gonna follow him because that's his king.
But the thing was, when his other king came back to life, and even
but he's not king. They didn't do that whole process again.
No,
because it goes by the books. Like, they were like they did things by the way that they were supposed to, with like you know, that goes back probably like hundreds of thousands of years, that the way that the ancestors did it, and that's the way that they did it, and that was the way that he even though he didn't eventually though he does follow, he does switch sides because of
Okoye. But Okoye says to him, she's like, the challenge isn't over, he's still alive, and that still doesn't really go together, because it's such a abnormal idea of him being able to come back like that. I think it's never been done before, so
yeah, that's true.
I think that also might have had something to do with it. But yeah, other than that, I really love that entire fight scene. I thought it was so awesome, and it was really...
I love all the rhinos come in.
Yeah. Oh, at the end when the rhino licked her face. The Panther versus Panther, when we have like the Black Panther, and then we have the other Black Panther with like the gold, like we had Eric as the Black Panther.
Yeah.
That was so much fun to see on screen. I thought it was so cool to see these
I like how they were going
powerful.
in between the trains too, because there was one point when like they were kind of forced to talk because the train was in between them. So it gave them like some dialogue and some more like conflict between them, and you really saw like how different they are and like their views and all that. Yeah, and I really like that they were cousins. In the end, they were still family fighting, even though they didn't know each other and they were on opposite sides. Exactly, and it wasn't really a brutal way that he was taken down.
No.
It was kind of just, you know,
peaceful in that way.
What it was, and he even he kind of shows him he offers mercy. He offers mercy at the end. He brings him up to show him their world, because he had said that his father wanted to show it to him, and obviously he didn't because his father died. So I like that. I did like that they did that, even though he was the villain. He did have, you know,
like a sad death. I thought it was really well done, and we get that end shot with him like leaning over him and then the sun setting. Even the place that I thought they were fighting in was really cool. Like, you got to see like the Panther in the background while they were looking at the sunset.
Oh,
like,
yeah,
it was just so visually beautiful, this whole location wise where they filmed this. And yeah, I really appreciated that his death had a lot of depth, and it was sad to see, actually. Like, even though this was a villain who you hate and everything, you have that sympathy for him, and I feel like that's a really great character right there.
Exactly, yeah. For the end credits, we really liked the second one.
The second one was our favorite.
The second one was our favorite. The first one was good too, because it showed more of like, kind of like an epilogue almost.
It was an epilogue, but I feel like it also set up for future movies.
Exactly, that too.
Of him coming out and saying like, I'm the king.
I love the speech. The speech that he gave was wonderful.
Yeah, so that was a great end credit scene. Then we get to the second end credit scene.
And it's Sebastian Stan.
Okay.
Oh my gosh, Bucky. Yeah. What are you doing there?
What? Why are you there? Okay, so we're watching this and we're like, who's coming out? We were, for some reason, I don't know why, but we were expecting Stan Lee again.
Yeah, we thought we were going to get another little thing with him, because sometimes they give us two with him, so I didn't know.
I don't know why we thought Stan Lee, but then it's Sebastian, and we literally freaked out in the theater. We were like, started like
that was really exciting.
Yeah, started like squealing in the theater. We were really excited to see him, and we were also like, why are you there, Bucky? So
yeah, we'll find out.
Yes, and I think that that's gonna be maybe a way of the merging Black Panther into Infinity War, and we are so pumped.
Well, then because it came up on the screen, it was like, oh, you'll be seeing him in Infinity War.
But it also did that at the end of Thor Ragnarok. Oh, you'll see Thor again in
I cannot wait for Infinity War.
I can't wait either. I'm so excited for this, and I cannot wait to see all these characters get together.
Yeah, it's gonna be epic. I'm so excited for it.
I can't wait. And that's really all of our thoughts about this movie. We obviously loved it, and we are so excited for Infinity War.
Yes. We want to know what you guys thought of the movie. Let's talk about it down in the comments below.
Why do you guys think Bucky was there? That's what I want to know. What was he doing there? And I also would love to know, what were your favorite scenes? What were your favorite action scenes?
Who was your favorite character?
Yeah, and let us know what you guys thought.
If you enjoyed this review, please give us a thumbs up and subscribe for more movie reviews.
You can also follow us on Twitter, Snapchat, and Stardust. We are at City of the Fields.
Thank you for watching.
Thank you for watching. Bye!